Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Route 1 FM, and first of all I'd like to start out with an apology that it's taken so long to get episode 2 of Sunderland Till We Die out. I do apologise about that. I've struggled with a few issues at the minute and I should be coming out the other side now. It's going to be hard, so videos are going to be taking a little bit of a back burner, so we're going to be going throughout the season. I'm still going to be playing the game. Updates on my Twitter at Route 1 FM on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok, but mainly on Twitter they will be. To put you in the picture, I've just been under the pressure and obviously trying to balance family life, work life, and also my social life is a bit hard, so something's had to take a break in a way. So we've had 2 weeks off. We're probably going to do these every other week now, until I get into a routine where I feel good in myself to go back to weekly episodes. So after 2 weeks, what has happened here at Sunderland? Well, first of all, if you want to carry on with the series, please hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notifications to get notifications on when the video drops, and it has been a hell of an interesting season. Now, as you recall, towards the end of last season we were fighting a relegation battle, which we got out of and stayed in the Championship. And of course, in my last video you saw all the transfers I have made in order to make this team better. I think we went through 11 or 12 transfers. Notable, a couple of new strikers. Santiago Munez, name could be recognisable from Goal series. We bought in Morero, former Juventus striker, on a free transfer. So the question is, how well have we done? Well, we've carried on and we're now into the last 2 games of the season. We're just going to have a quick look at the transfers who I have bought in since then for the January transfer window in a way. So as you can see, Pablo Morero, Reece Devine, Dave Azzopardi was the last players that I bought in the summer. But I did also bring in a youngster, Carlos Rodriguez, in there. But after that, come September the 1st, we bought in Drew Yearwood from Arsenal for 2.7 million, a central midfielder, formerly of Southend and New York Red Bulls. So he proved to be a versatile midfielder, what we need. Also, come January the 1st, with an interaction with the board, someone who I just saw at the England under-20s game at Colchester United, also scoring his first England goal there. Sam Greenwood, the former Arsenal player, has actually come back home. When you look through his history, he is a former Sunderland youngster. So I'm so pleased to bring a homegrown Sunderland talent back to Sunderland, and I thought obviously he's had experience with Arsenal as well. I bought him in from Derby for 6.25 million. Also from that England under-21 game, we bought in James Hill. Admittedly, I liked him. He looked comfortable on the ball, so I thought, all right, let's see what he's like in game. And James Hill is that player who I have bought in, and he's played a game or 2 and he's done really well actually. So he could be a bit more potential, obviously growing, so who knows. And also from West Ham, also in January for 2 million, he was on loan at Sunderland last season and done really well, Kust, so former Real Madrid defender. So we're bringing a bit of class now into the team. As you can see, we've had a few people go out on loan and just getting like loan fees at the minute. A couple of guys gone to Colchester. Danny Mellor has gone to Colchester. Who else has gone? Kevin Ripley, Matthew Wilkes has gone to Preston, and a couple of youngsters have gone out on loan. So the question is, how's this team looking? Well, we're going to take a look at two games this evening. First against QPR, which was a nice little game, and then an away game against Barnsley. So let's get into the action and see how this team has grown. And here we go with the action. It's away day at Loftus Road with QPR on the attack. And what a save there by James Trafford. He is turning into be my signing of the season. Sunderland at this point hovering around mid-table at the minute, trying to get their groove in this league. We've had a bit of ups and downs, but we were on an unbeaten run for, what, 1, 2... We had 3 games on the draw, couple of wins. So in 6 games we were unbeaten. But what a ball to Morero, and what a finish by him. Morero getting on the score sheet there to make it 1-0 to the Black Cats. Ball just literally played over the top, and he just snapshot it and took it, which was really good. Obviously in the second half, balls are literally playing around, and Morero with a little chip, and he's made it 2-0. He's made it 2-0 away from home. What a goal straight after the kickoff there. We've got the likes. This team's now finally come together. Reece Devine playing at left back, certainly becoming a good understudy. Feels like he should get more. But here comes Dow looking to put the through ball through. So the team is looking half decent now. They're literally, but still a few defensive mistakes, and QPR could have pulled one back there. So, all in all, this team is looking good. In respect to the England under-20s game that I recently went to, Dan Neil, James Trafford have come through those England ranks, and now in the Sunderland team becoming starters. And that could have been 3-0 there, straight from the corner. So what more can this team do? That's the question. It looks like they're all on attack. They just want to get that ball in the box. Harry Wilson there playing around. Dal Yearwood tries the shot from distance, but it's cannon off the defender. Straight from the free kick, round the back, and it could have easily been 3-0. Now we're here at Oakwell against Barnsley. So a few new faces with Sam Greenwood in the team and Christ back in the squad, and Barnsley could have taken an early advantage there. But Sunderland, again, away from home, what can they do? So Stadium Light have been a fortress this season, but it's getting the away form to be a little bit better. And with Higgins down that right hand side, he's taken a lot of plaudits this season. Christ coming back, Greenwood now on the left into Yarwood to De Silva. De Silva dispossessed, and Barnsley are back on the attack. They mean business. They're obviously flirting with relegation as well, and the ball just narrowly goes past the post. So unlucky there by Barnsley. From the corner gets played in, and it is cleared out. Takes a shot. Oh, what a finish that was. Oh, you from Honda Mac. So you cannot argue with that. That was a cracking finish to go past James Trafford. Straight from the throw. What can Sunderland do to answer? Into Yearwood. Into Grubby. Yearwood again. They're playing around. Greenwood's in. Muniz. And he's just put it past the post with the first sort of threatening attack by Sunderland. Ball gets played up. It's come back out, but Morero gets it into Higgins. Crust with the walk forward. Greenwood plays to Yearwood. Greenwood keeps going with his run. He's in out, and what a save by the keeper. So unlucky. Greenwood could have made it 1-1. What next? Ball is played around. Yearwood into Turns to Grabby. Turns has been a revelation since coming into the back. So has Christ. Very defensive players that I bought, but Greenwood, he can threaten. Ball gets played in, and it's cleared by Barnsley, but it comes straight back out. Ball gets played out wide again, but Turns picks it up. Yearwood back to Turns to Christ into Grabby. Grubby for Manchester City loanee, looking to come in on a permanent transfer, but it's trying to get him in, get the right money, and Greenwood gives it away, but it's one straight back. Morero into Muniz with a goal. Muniz makes it 1-1. Cracking finish there. Cracking finish. It is now 1-1, and straight from the free kick there, plays out to De Silva to Greenwood. It goes back. They're forming a nice little partnership down that left-hand side. They've got to be watched out. Yearwood into Greenwood. That's going to be a mouthful. Look at that. Greenwood's continuing to run. Greenwood, he makes it 2. Greenwood makes it 2. That is a fantastic bit of play. So we are now 2-1 up at Oakwell. And as we coming on, Barnsley straight from the kickoff, looking to get back on level terms. What can they do? They go back to the keeper. It is the high press by Sunderland. Sunderland win it back. Muniz to Greenwood to Dow. It's Yearwood to Muniz. Muniz makes it a goal again. That's his second of the night. 3-1 at the moment, and it's not even half time. Straight from the court, free kick. It comes back to Turns. Turns to Grabby. Turns again. Turns goes back to Trafford. Long wall back. Trafford, a very good goalkeeper, I will say. If you can get him on the game, he is good. And there's Morero. He's in again, and he's just narrowly put it over the bar. So unlucky. Great little play there. From the throw. Higgins going to launch it long. Little bit there. Defensive mix-up, and Morero has scored. Morero makes it 4-1. What a finish that was. What more can you ask for from this team? Barnsley now on the attack. They've got it in the left back position, playing it around. Has Sunderland taken their foot off the gas? Here comes Thomas. Thomas looking to cause a problem. Gets the ball in. Presley, and they've scored. It is now Barnsley 2, Sunderland 4, and that is where the action will continue straight from the kickoff. Can we make it 5? That's the question. Christ, literally, to Higgins, to Morero. Higgins again. Christ likes that little walk up there to Turns. Turns back to Grabby. Grabby to Higgins. Higgins up to Morero. Morero looking like the striker that we paid so little for. So has become a great little player. Look at that intricate one-touch football. And Dow's in. Dow could have scored. So unlucky there. And again, Sunderland are on the attack. They are relentless of giving up a lead. Morero in the box. Ball comes across and it's hit the underside of the bar. And Muniz could not get on the end of it to complete his hat-trick. Now let's get back into the fixtures. Now, they were just 2 games of this season, which has been absolutely fantastic. I will say that. We're going to just do a recap of the season so far. So, we're going to do this month by month. So, in August, out of 6 games, we went unbeaten. 5 wins, 1 draw. Obviously, the draw against Hull, but with 2 games in the EFL Cup. So it's not too bad form going into September, where we started off brightly with 2 wins against Peterborough and Cardiff, but a loss against Crystal Palace and knocked out the EFL Cup by Blackburn on penalties was a bit of a downer, but Harry Wilson come back with 2 goals against Sheffield Wednesday. Now, October was not our best month, so 3 losses and 1 win. So the win against Swansea there, against Santiago Muniz getting 2 with Harry Wilson getting 1. So wasn't a good month in October. November, a little bit better. Started off strong with a couple of wins and then a loss with a couple of draws after that before finishing against Millwall with another 2-0 victory. Now, in December's usually a big time, sort of Christmas sort of period. We started off against QPR, as you just saw, with Moreno getting 2. We then drew 0-0 against Derby. Nottingham Forest, Milk Wilkes, who is now on loan at Preston, gets me 2 there to beat Forest. We then drew 2-2 against Ipswich. Sheffield United, we beat them before losing 2-0 on Boxing Day with Sam Greenwood signing already secured. He actually caused us a problem in that game before finishing the year with a 1-0 victory against Sheffield Wednesday. So come 2026 and a new year, and what a 2026 it is. So January, 3 wins on the spin, including 1 in the FA Cup against Ipswich, before losing to Swansea with Sam Greenwood getting his first goal for the club. Saw then Luton away from home, we won 2-0 before a massive 3-3 draw against Huddersfield. We should have won that because we were leading 3-2 at the time. Swansea at home in February in the FA Cup, we beat them 3-1. Followed that by 3 draws against Bristol City, Peterborough and Crystal Palace before finishing the month with a 2-0 victory against QPR and a 3-0 victory against Middlesbrough. Now, if you notice, in the league, there are a lot of yellow draws and green wins because we are currently on a 15-game unbeaten run, which is fantastic. We got our giant killing game of the season against Everton. We beat them 1-0. So Kieran down after 9 minutes. So it's a lot of time to hold out for, but it was brilliant. We then carried on against West Brom, Barnsley, drew 1-1 against Blackburn before the time where Derby in the quarter-finals of the FA Cup, which Brandon Diaz scored first for Newcastle, Sam Greenwood equalising before an Inicacho goal saw the Magpies beat the Black Cats. So an absolute fantastic day. It's just a shame that it had to come to an end. We followed up with Reading. We got back on the winning path, winning 2-1. Stoke beat them 3-1. Cardiff 2-2 draw. Hull beat them 4-2 with Dave Azzopardi. Yes, the 5-star potential analyst is on the score sheet in the series. He's had a red card. Now he's got his first goal. And we've just had a 2-2 draw against Nottingham Forest. Now the question is, where am I in the league? You think 15 games unbeaten? Where would that put you? Well, we know we're both out of the cups, and this is where it gets interesting. We are at the top of the championship. Just think, 12 months ago we were flirting with 20th and 21st. Since all the transfers, they put us between 5th, 10th and 16th in a prediction. But we're now, look at that, after 43 games, 24 wins, 12 draws, 7 losses, goal difference of 32, we sit 2 points ahead of West Brom in the playoffs. So the question is, with 2 games remaining, can I do it? Can I win? That is the question. Can I get promotion? What a turnaround this has been for Sunderland. It has just been absolute fantastic. I've brought in the right players. They've all gelled. What more can you ask for? And all I'm doing is playing a simple 4 at the back when it comes up, 2 just ahead of them, deep line playmaker and a ball winning midfielder, 3, 2 inside forwards and an attacking playmaker with an advanced forward up front. So that is all I'm doing. It is a custom tiki-taka. I'm literally on attacking all the time, taking it. Now, as I look at this squad, I find it really good because I have got some of these England under-20 players who I've seen physically who have really impressed me in this team as well. I was quite surprised at how many I had. Obviously, James Trafford, the goalkeeper, having a really good season, and he's a really accomplished goalkeeper as well. We've got Rob Dickey, who's obviously come in from Southampton, has been really well. Dan Neil, the Sunderland boy. There is a picture of Dan Neil and Sam Greenwood at a game against poor Sunderland. I think it's at Stadium of Light versus Man City as youngsters. They are now in the same team together again. Brilliant time. So Greenwood in there as well, the England under-20s, Dan Neil plus James Hill. So I've got 4 of that squad. I am looking at the others as well to see if I can bring them in and try and do something. But the question is how far can I go with Sunderland? And that is the question. Let's get this season done. We've got a game against Ipswich next, and I believe after that is the Ipswich, Millwall, and then a home game against Sheffield United. Guys, what can I say? I'd like to thank everyone once again for their support over the last couple of weeks. We'll try not to leave it too long next time, but please, if you are suffering, please, mental health is so important to everyone. I'm suffering through it. I'm getting help. So please, just do what you can to help people. But if you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Tell me if you think we're going to do it. Like I said, catch me on my socials at Route1FM on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I'm always there. I'm in lots of Discord, so give me a shout and we'll go from there. All I can say is, no matter what you call it, football, soccer, football, just remember, it's for the love of the game, and I will see you next time.